Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Good
How we doing?
afternooning. Afternooning. Oh, my lord. Welcome to the Clockwork Cantina, episode 32. And if you can't guess what this one's about, I got a little clip for you. That's it right there. Why don't you put her in charge?
Oh yeah, man.
This is be the Vigi Game edition.
We've previously done the movies edition and the TV shows edition, television and film editions before. Now we're doing the gaming one. So very cool.
Yes, sir. And right before we get started here, we got to introduce ourselves. I'm one of your lovely hosts this afternoon, Josh902, and this is my lovely partner and co-host.
Your other host here, DT3. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are all hanging in there, doing good, having a pretty good start to your day here.
Maybe you're being like me and just woke up an hour ago. You know, we've had many late nights lately.
Hey, it's all good, man. You made it, dude.
We're
It's all
here.
that matters,
My
right?
alarm woke me up like it was supposed to. It did its job. Um,
Oh yeah, man.
Daniel, I know what you've been up to, but let's tell what the people is out there on the internet. What have you been
Yeah.
up to this past week, man?
So this past week, there's been quite a few things happening. For the most part, just like last week, there's been a lot of Animal Crossing. There's been a lot of 7 Days to Die. But I also beat a game on stream. I beat Starlink Battle for Atlas, which I feel is an underrated game for the Nintendo Switch. It is a really, really fun game that you could get for real cheap nowadays. Um, and yeah, man, like I beat it. It's all on YouTube. The whole playthrough's on YouTube. Um, it's one of those like if you don't know what it is, it's one of those remember back like how many years ago was this when like there was like a bunch of games at once that did the whole like toys to life type thing where you needed like the toys to play the game, you know?
Yeah, I remember. I just don't remember which
It
ones
was
did it.
like I don't know. I want to say I mean there was like Skylanders and like Disney Infinity and like
Yeah, yeah.
what was the other one I'm missing? Oh, the Amiibos or whatever.
The
Anyway,
Meebos.
the point is uh it's it's kind of like one of those games, but you don't need the toys to play this one. It's just one of those games where it's like it comes with like the little the pilots and the ships if you want them, but you don't necessarily need them. Um, and the only reason why I bring this up is because the Nintendo Switch version comes with a really dope ass R-wing from Star Fox, and that was like the initial reason why I wanted it because I just wanted a little mini R-wing. But then I was like, fuck it, let's play this game, and it actually turned out to be a pretty good game, pretty fun game. With the Nintendo Switch version having the exclusive Star Fox stuff. You can get it on PS4 or whatever the hell or whatever you're playing it on, but the Switch version has exclusive Star Fox stuff, and yeah, it's a really really fun game. I played the entire game with the character of Star Fox and the R-wing, and I had a blast, man. It was just one of those games that like I was like, let's just see what this is, and then I ended up really really enjoying it and having fun with it, man. So it was a blast. I played through it, beat it, uploaded it. It's all on YouTube now. And yeah, got through that. And then I've been trying to catch up with like some of the TV shows that I've been missing because like I said, so much Animal Crossing in the 7 days. I caught up on Westworld.
Oh
I
yeah.
I watched the Clone Wars. Fucking. I also watched the Dark Side of the Ring. The Chris Benoit episodes, parts 1 and 2. And that was something. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy, because
It's a hard watch.
as I mentioned on last week's Cantina, which was the the wrestling episode that we did. I'm not like I know some things about wrestling, but there's a whole lot that I don't know. And it was just interesting hearing about certain things, you know that yeah, I didn't quite know about. So it was interesting, man. It was interesting.
I highly recommend watching at least those 2 episodes to anybody out there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Hard hard to watch, emotional, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah, definitely good stuff. What else? I also on last well, I want to say last week, but it was like on Tuesday. I streamed the Final Fantasy VII remake demo. I finally played it. I had it installed on my PS4 for the longest time, and I finally went through it and played it. And I have to say, uh, I could see myself playing the fuck out of that game when it comes out because, well, not, well, yeah, I mean, because it's fun, man. I've never really been, for those of you who don't know, I've never really been a Final Fantasy person. The only Final Fantasy game that I've really played is Final Fantasy X back on the PS2, and even then, I only played like 10 minutes of the game. I was like at like a uncle's house or something, and I was just playing it, for a little bit. But yeah, I've never really been a Final Fantasy person. But Final Fantasy VII, the remake, is from what I've played, a looks like a really really fun game. So I'm excited for whenever I get that. I know it's coming out here pretty soon. At the time of this recording, it'll be out within less than a week, next Friday, April 10th. Uh, but yeah, man, I really had a blast, dude. I know you kind of don't want to play it because you kind of want to just get the game itself, right?
Yeah, I do. I do kind of just want to hop into it.
Yeah, that's fair
I
because
kind of do want to do the demo, but at the same time, I'm conflicted. Conflicted because like
yeah, if you're curious, there it doesn't like I don't think it spoils a whole lot of the story or anything. It kind of like puts you in like in not at the beginning. It kind of just puts you in like in a in a spot where you fight like a boss, and then it's actually a longer demo than I thought it was gonna be.
that's cool.
Because some demos are actually like really short nowadays, and I was like, well, you know, uh, we'll see how long this goes on for. But I had fun, man. It's the gameplay and the fighting. I think you'll really like. It's yeah, I had a blast. I had a good time with it, man. It's a very like beautiful looking game too, graphics wise. Like I was like, man, this looks real good, man. The characters are interesting. There was two characters that are named after Star Wars characters that I was like, well, shit. Like I'm not gonna forget those guys' names because I know 'em from Star Wars, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, and yeah, like again, I don't know anything, so it was kind of a new thing to me to be like, oh shit, they're named after these guys. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I have nothing but good things to say about the Final Fantasy VII remake, at least in the demo part, because it was an absolute blast. I had a lot of fun, and then after that, just to fuck around, I played Goat Simulator.
go simulator.
After I beat the demo, I was like, yeah, why not, dude? We'll go from Final Fantasy VII to Goat Simulator. But I got a little bored after that after a while because it's just
Goofing around,
yeah, so you're just fucking around. So I got a little bored of that
goading
after a
around, as
while.
one might say. Um,
Exactly. And then the last thing I would have to say is I recently got XCOM 2.
that's my guy
So
right there playing that
we
XCOM.
gonna be playing some XCOM 2 on stream, everybody. Get ready for that. I think this upcoming Monday I'm just gonna do like basically the entire stream, if we have enough people, is gonna be me just creating characters for our army, for our clan, whatever.
Yeah,
So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. Yeah, I'm sure Josh will talk about here about the craziness that's been going on 7 days and whatnot. But
yeah.
yeah, man, take it away, dude. Your
Uh,
turn.
what we've been up to this past week? I've been doing a lot of stuff that Daniel's been doing. Animal Crossing. And then we've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die. As we said on the stream, we bought a dedicated server, rented, I should say. We didn't buy, we rented one. So I
Shout out to
don't have to
Josh.
be the one hosting the game all the time, and everybody can kind of get on when they want to instead of just waiting for me to have to boot it all up and stuff. Plus, it just runs so much better. Oh my goodness, without me having to depend completely on my internet and my computer to do it all. Uh, if you've seen our stream or Val's stream or Daniel's stream when we play it. We had a big old horde night the other night. I think Val was streaming. I think she was the only one streaming when the horde night happened. And yeah, our defenses held up pretty good. I say we did pretty good.
I think we did as well. There was only like one part of the like outer wall area that got a little beat up, and the ground on the road as well. But I think for the most part it held up pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. But we've been having all like we've been having so much fun. There's like fucking like how many of us are that play it now? There's like I don't know, 12, 15 of us between somewhere in there that play this fucking game.
It keeps getting the number keeps growing.
Yeah, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger all the time, and it's so much fun. I have no idea how we got started on it. I was playing by myself, and next thing you know, here we are. But God, how much? I'm gonna see how much time I have in this the past 2 weeks. Actually, let's see.
In the past 2 weeks, oh man.
Let's see.
In the past 2 weeks, I have 55 hours.
I have. Oh my goodness.
I have a total of 113, but within the past 2 weeks, I got 55 of those. It's pretty crazy. We've been spending a lot of time killing zombies. It's fun though, man.
Where do you
it's
look
fun when you just have
see your
like a
total
group of
time?
people.
I can't find it.
Like I just went to library recent games and just scroll my mouse over it.
Oh.
That's the easy way.
Here we go. Oh yeah, there it is. In the last 2 weeks, I've played 74 hours.
Damn, you have like 20 more hours than I do within the past 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. So we've been playing that a lot. And having a lot of goddamn fun playing it. Staying up late. 5, 6, 7 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah, dude. I've been staying up like till like 5 a.m. my time.
Which I haven't done that since I started my job, and since I'm off all the time now because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
We're trying to find ways to stay busy, and is very important with everything going on right now. So keep your mind off things and having a good time.
Sure.
The other thing I've been playing has been Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, which came out in early access. I've played about 25 hours of it. And in fact, I think I'm going to play it after Cantina's over. So if you're watching this and want to stick around after that, I'll probably get food and then come back and we'll start up the Burger Brigade.
Oh yeah, the Burger Brigade.
And I'll show off some of that on stream. But it's so much fun. It's like a big sandboxy, create your own story RPG. There's this big like overland map. And there's like a little bit of a story. There's a quest. It's like kind of leads you to make your own kingdom. I haven't managed to do that yet. Even after 25 hours, I haven't managed to complete that quest. Because the person I have sworn my allegiance to currently is at war with one of the people I need to talk to. So I can't talk to them without getting killed. Or not killed. You almost never die in this game. You can lose battles, but you get captured usually. And you escape or you can bribe your way out. And there's so many different ways to build your character. It starts off with this really cool character customization where you pick out where you're from, and that'll give you like a certain bonus from a land. I think I picked the people that give you more experience to your infantry troops. But there's several of different ones, and they all do different things. I think one of them, like I think if you're one of the Viking ancestries, they give you you take a less of a penalty in like snow when moving around in it. They have a ton of different weapons. They have fucking maces, two-handed maces, swords, two-handed swords, shields, spears, fucking pikes, fucking javelins that you throw. They got throwing knives. They got throwing axes. And there's so many different, and bows and arrows. That's a thing, which I think the Burger Brigade leader is going to be a horse archer, which sounds dope because I haven't messed with it too much. Archery too much. The way I built my character is he's got a sword and shield and just rides around on a horse with the heaviest armor possible. And it's just so much fun. Um, but yeah, it's really good at creating your own story, and it's pretty goddamn cool, man. You can there's like so many different ways to play this game too. It's like you can run around and be like a fucking warlord, right? And swear your allegiance to these kingdoms and fucking fight for them, or you can be like a trader and have like caravans and own businesses and all that stuff.
Traitor.
Yeah, exactly. And I bought a few of the businesses. It's a good way to make money. I think there is a cap of only 3 after talking to Winter last night, who's also been playing a fuckload of Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord,
There's been a few people playing that a lot, man.
which I played 25 hours since it came out, and it came out the 30th. So in quite a few days, I've racked up some hours on, and it's really fun, really fun. Yeah, so check that out if that's something you're interested in. I've been watching a few things. I watched The Tiger King, which is just batshit crazy, and I don't even know how you can explain that on fucking stream. But go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's just for the sheer insanity of it. It's crazy.
I was just gonna say I have not seen it, but I hear all kinds of insanity about it. So I may have to check it out, and then hopefully, maybe by next week, I'll be able to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. Um,
Yeah,
once you watch
sure
it, we can
is.
we can talk about it more. But it's just crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, oh, I'm all caught up on Westworld. I watched the most recent episode. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying the season. How you liking the season so
yeah.
far?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, I've been like, it's interesting how like the first 3 episodes so far have been about like, you know, they focused on like the some of the main different characters. I thought that was
Hmm.
pretty cool. Seeing catching up on them, see where they're at, and all that. But yeah, I'm enjoying this season so far as well.
It's pretty good. But other than that, that's all I've really been up to this week. I do believe I haven't watched any movies really. I haven't watched anything other than Westworld and kind of the
Hmm.
Tiger King. I don't think I'm forgetting something, which is also possible, but I don't think I forgot anything. I've watched streams and YouTubes and stuff like that. For like people that are playing Mountain Blade, because I'm always interested when somebody tries it for the first time. But other than that, I think that's it. Would you like to move on into the news now, my friend?
Let's say let's go for it.
Let's moving on. We're going to do the news, everybody. Daniel's gonna do the news for us. I don't know. I
So
doubt
moving
there's very much out
on.
there, but
Yeah, I mean, in the midst of all this,
yeah, it's insanity.
there's very little, but I still have a few things we can
All
talk
right,
about.
my friend.
So, the first thing is I was talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake earlier, and there's been a little update from them. An important message from the devs was shared on the Twitter,
Alrighty.
and here it is. The Final Fantasy VII remake team have worked extremely hard to make this game, and we are incredibly proud of what you were about to play. Our biggest motivator during the development was that so many of you were willing us on, and we felt your enthusiasm and passion every step of the way. We had some hard decisions to make during the final few weeks before the launch due to disruption to distribution channels caused by the spread of the COVID-19 virus. These unique circumstances have made it very difficult to align timing of our global shipping. The highest priority is that all of you, including those who live in the countries currently facing the biggest disruption, can play the game at launch. So I made the decision to ship the game earlier than usual to Europe and Australia. As a result, there is a greater chance that some of you in these regions will now get a copy of the game prior to the worldwide release date of April 10th. For other Western regions, including the Americas, copies will be shipped this week, and we feel optimistic that most of you will receive the game for launch day. However, due to the challenging situation, we cannot provide uh, delivery dates for each country and each retailer. We really want to thank all of you. We really want to thank all of you looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Remake to play the game on April 10th and experience everything we've been working on together. To everyone, we would like to ask one big favor. If you get the game early, please think of others and don't spoil it for them. We know there are potential spoilers that have been out there for over 2 decades, as the original Final Fantasy VII was released in 1997. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is a new game that still has many surprises for everyone. All of our fans and players deserve to experience the game for themselves, and we ask the support of our dedicated community around the world to ensure that, on behalf of the entire development team and everyone around the world that has worked on getting Final Fantasy VII Remake to you all, thanks again for your support, and more importantly, please stay safe. So that was the producer and the director of the remake.
That's cool.
So they're putting it out early in several places, you know, and they're really, and they know they realize that it's a 20-year-old game, but they're like, yo, there's people out there who haven't played it yet, like you and I,
Mm-hmm.
who have never played it before, and then
Exactly.
they're adding new stuff to it anyway. So even the people who have played it, they're gonna have new stuff for them as well. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing here. So that everybody could kind of, you know, play the game and no one's like, yo, you know, these people have it early and we don't, or whatever.
Yeah, I know they let it loose a little bit early in Australia,
Yeah,
I
I think,
believe.
yeah,
And I think some people tried to stream it and they were like, please don't do
yeah,
that.
like don't do that. Which is funny because when I streamed the demo, I had quite a few viewers watching.
Did you really? That's cool, man.
Yeah, I did. I had quite a bit. And I was thinking, I was like, is it because of that? Do they think that I was playing like the full game or whatever, you know?
Yeah, they may have, man. They may have.
When in reality it was just the demo.
Damn, I didn't even
But
think about that.
yeah, dude, I got quite a few. I was looking at the numbers and I was like, well, damn, I haven't had this many people in a while. But yeah, it was yeah, that's cool. So that's pretty interesting. I know there's some people out there who will be getting this day one. I am not sure when I'll be getting this. I can't really, you know, dedicate funds to that right now, but if I could, I would, because I had a blast with this game, like I said earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much what the message was for that. Uh Speaking of you know, game messages, The Last of Us 2 has been delayed.
I know, yeah. I saw
Naughty
this.
Dog put out a message as well. Um as you've likely just seen, the release of The Last of Us Part 2 has been delayed. We're sure this news is just as disappointing to you as it is to us. We wanted to reach out to all of you in our community to give you a little more information. The good news is we're almost done with development of The Last of Us Part 2. We are in the midst of fixing our final bugs. However, even with us finishing the game, we were faced with the reality that due to logistics beyond our control, we couldn't launch The Last of Us 2, Last of Us Part 2 to our satisfaction. I want to make sure everyone gets to play The Last of Us 2 around the same time, ensuring that we are doing everything possible to preserve the best experience for everyone. This meant delaying the game until such a time where we can solve these logistic issues. We're bummed about this decision, but ultimately understood it's what's best and fair to all of our players. We're hoping that this won't be a long delay, and we'll update you as soon as we have new information to share. And yeah, so the game's been delayed indefinitely, so we don't know now it's gonna be, you know, coming out. But you know, as you know, we just talked about for Final Fantasy VII, this is all due to the you know, the shit that's going on right now. So we'll see. I know I saw some people that were pretty bummed about this.
Yeah.
Uh so yeah, I mean, like, I like The Last of Us the original, but like, it's, you know, I always said this and I will always say this, like, it's, I like it, but it's not like one of my favorite games or anything.
Yeah.
Um
I
like a lot
I still
like
need
it
to
is for a
play it
lot of people.
all
Yeah, yeah.
completely through. You know, I tried it that one time and I was like, man, I just really suck at shitting, so I kind of quit. But I want to go back and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I still think you should like play through it. It's,
I
yeah.
do, for anybody that's wondering where I got stuck. There's a part where you fall down and you're hanging upside down and you got to shoot something coming at you, and
Oh boy.
fuck that part so
A, qu-
bad because I
a quick story about that part is when I played like 2 years ago, when I played like the grounded version, which is like the hardest difficulty in the game.
Mhm.
When I replayed the game on grounded 2 years ago on stream, I was getting my ass whooped, being upside down there so bad. It was
Yeah.
one of the most ridiculous things. I fucking hated that part too.
Yep. That's where I got stuck all those years ago, and that's where I'm still stuck to this day. Because
You
I've
gotta get
never
yourself,
gone back.
you gotta get yourself right side up, my friend, and finish
Uh,
that damn game.
yeah. Well, now it looks like I got time. So,
You
um,
do, you do. Should, yeah, you should definitely get to
I
that.
definitely understand the disappointment. I'm sad it's not coming out for those that wanted it. But look on the bright
Right,
side. They can polish some more. You know, they'll work on some patches that'll probably come out when the game's out that'll make it even better.
exactly.
So,
It's a good point you bring. Yeah,
so
for
you
sure,
know,
man. Absolutely. So
I'm just,
that's
yeah, just always try to look on the bright side. You know,
yeah, yeah, definitely.
and plus
Uh,
you will get to play it. It is coming.
yeah, exactly. They're almost done, like they said. So yeah. Moving on. Uh, Fallout 76 is doing a special Steam offer that if you own the game on their Bethesda launcher, if you connect your account on Bethesda.net, if you connect your Steam account to Bethesda.net, you'll be getting the game on Steam as well. Because they're going to be rolling out the new, they're going to be launching the game on Steam with the new the Wastelanders update, which they've been wanting to do for a while, but it kept getting delayed for one reason or another. And yeah, they're going to be doing that. You have until uh at the time when this was posted, which was April 2nd, you have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern on April 12th. So you still have about a week left to connect your accounts if you have the game on Bethesda and you want it on Steam. Um, and apparently, if you get the game on Steam when it comes out, you'll get a bundle of stuff like the Fallout Classic Collection for free. Um, and yeah, there's a few other things like does your progress carry over between Steam and Bethesda? All progress does carry over. Uh, will there be achievements? Apparently, Steam will have the same achievements that are on Xbox and PS4. Um, apparently, also, your friends list is going to be the same from Steam and Bethesda. Will your atoms transfer over? No, your atoms will not transfer over. However, if you use your atoms to purchase items from the Atomic Shop, those items will carry over. So if you guys are worried about that, you can just buy stuff and then you'll have it on Steam anyway. Um, but yeah, some pretty interesting information on that. I'm kind of I think I'll be checking this out when it when it gets updated, because that's kind of what I've been waiting for, is for them to add like NPCs to the game and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise the game has been pretty like, I don't know, like I haven't played it in a long time, but from what I remember, it was kind of lonely if you don't play with anyone else. Like I had, there's a few people that I played with, but like, it's even then, like it's you and your friends running around and like there's no NPCs, so other than enemies you can fight, but there's no like friendly NPCs, or no, like there's nobody like looking around for giving you quests and whatnot.
You need a wanderer. Yes, a
I
wanderer.
am a wanderer. I roam around. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's coming soon. So yeah, if you have got the game on Bethesda, then you can get it on Steam as well, as long as you connect your accounts together. And speaking on things coming to Steam, Sea of Thieves now has a Steam page. Microsoft says it's coming there soon. There still isn't a release date. Uh, but the cool thing is, the cool thing is that crossplay will be available between the Microsoft Store and the the Steam versions when the Steam version comes out.
Oh yeah,
Which
swing.
I wonder, like, how the game has been out for how long now? I feel like it's been out for a hot minute, and I
Well,
wonder why they decided to just like do it on Steam just now. Like years later.
I don't know.
which is that's what I find interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish they were doing what Fallout 76 was doing. Like, I'd rather play. This is a game I'd rather play on Steam than on the Microsoft launcher, personally. No disrespect to you, Microsoft, but your launcher, your store is ass. I'm sorry. That shit is confusing. The whole Xbox stuff is weird. As somebody who's not an Xbox person, and literally the only reason why I used that was for Sea of Thieves. So I kind of wish they would let us grab our copy that's on the Microsoft store and get it on Steam as well. Like I said, like kind of like what Fallout 76 is doing. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. I wish, I could have gotten it on Steam instead of fucking the Microsoft store. But I've had good times on Sea of Thieves so far, and it's been worth it, even though the Microsoft launcher is not my favorite.
I might check it out
Yeah,
when it
dude,
comes to Steam, because I know you
join
guys
us on
played a
the.
lot. So
Yeah, we do. We play it occasionally from time to time. There's a lot of cool, voyages and exploration in that game. So definitely. Yeah, the store page is up. There's no release date so far, but it's coming to Steam, so that's awesome.
cool.
In my last little bit of gaming news here, I have the 2 PlayStation Plus free games uh, of the month. Um, the first one is going to be Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. And the second one is Dirt Rally 2.0. And those are this month's PlayStation Plus free games. You should be able to get them this upcoming Tuesday. They always do them every first Tuesday of the month. So if you don't have last month's, now would be a good time to grab them. And then before the new ones are released on Tuesday. I don't Dirt Rally 2.0 is a game I have not played, but Uncharted 4 I played and I streamed it, and that's a fun game. That is, like, to me, one of the best Uncharted games. It's up there with number 2 for me because I think 2 and 4 are the best ones for me anyway.
I've never played
Yeah,
any of them.
oh, dude, they're so good, man. They gave away the Uncharted trilogy like a while back too on PlayStation Plus. I don't know if you picked it up or not, but
I don't remember.
they're fun, man. They're fun games. I would pick up Uncharted 4 just in case you ever get into those. But yeah, they're good games, man. They're fun. So yeah, I would recommend Uncharted 4 absolutely. If you don't have it, pick that up. It's a good game. Good times.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I don't know if you have anything.
I'm gonna look really quick right here.
The only other thing I guess I could think of is that yeah, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord came out and everybody's been playing it. So I don't know if Josh wants to speak about that a little bit. I know you already did at the beginning, but if you want to talk about it a little bit more.
Um, let's see.
Because that came out when? When did it come out? Like I remember
It came
like
out
one day.
the 30th. It came out March 30th. So
Okay, so yeah, because I remember like it all of a sudden it just came out, and then like you, Winter Phenom, all got it and started playing it like that day, and then everybody was like, "It's out!" Like what?
yeah, people were messaging me like, "It's out, it's out." I didn't know it was out. Yeah, yeah. They kind of did like a quiet launch. I will say this: the devs are machines. They've had about today was their 5th patch. I logged into Steam before I started the stream up just to see. They've done one patch about every day, which is that's insane. Just so you almost never get a patch every single day that fixes shit. And like some things broke. Yeah, that's not gonna lie. Bow prices were kind of out of sight there for a hot minute, but they are working on fixing it, and I can appreciate the fact that they're probably working their asses off right now, and adding in just, I mean, when you have a patch a day that fixes just bug after bug after bug, it's kind of insane. But yeah. Let's see. What can I talk about? You can get married in this game, by the way. I haven't talked about that at all. You get married, you'd have kids, and if your character dies, you can play your kid once they grow up.
I was gonna say, you guys should hear Josh's incredible tale of trying to get married. He was
Oh my
chasing
god.
the Viking women's and then
I was
gave up
trying.
on
I was
that after
trying
a
to get me
while.
a Viking bride, right? So I go all the way up north, way far away from where I was, and I'm like, I threw in with the Vikings for a hot minute, and then something happened. I tried to do a quest or something, and I failed it or something, and they started hating me. Or no. What happened was they were at war with these other guys, and they were getting their ass kicked. So I was like, you know what? I'm switching sides. So I switched sides. I turned coat. I joined the other kingdom that was fighting against them, and it's been smooth sailing from there mostly. I've been fighting in that kingdom's army against the Vikings. Of course, we're at peace with the Vikings now. I've been captured at least 10 times in battle because they almost never kill you.
Like a jillion times, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
If you lose a battle, they can take you captive. They can kill you. They almost never, ever, ever do, though. I'm playing them very easy because, I haven't played it. And, like, Winter was playing on Realistic last night and kept dying repeatedly. And was talking about...
That doesn't sound like fun. I was
No,
like,
it did not. It did not sound like fun.
That's a little rough, man.
I wanted to be like, Winter, that does not sound fun at all. But I was like, you know what? You do you.
But
you
Winter's
do you.
on another level.
Yeah, that does not sound fun to me at all. It has a realistic economy, which has the availability of goods. They kind of ebb and like flow in a simulated economy. And prices change depending on supply and demand, which is pretty cool. Which, for a game that emphasizes you being able to be like a trader and have caravans and such, it's kind of important. Now the character creation is really cool. Anybody that wants to see that, you'll be able to see it when the Burger Brigade comes together, because it's going to start a whole new game for us. Another thing we didn't talk about is the modding. There's already mods for this game out. It's kind of built to support mods, kind of like XCOM 2 was built to support mods. So I look forward to the Game of Thrones mods that surely is coming.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild when they do that.
I look forward to all the other mods that I probably can't even think about that's probably coming.
They gotta do Lord of the Rings, man. That'd be perfect.
The Lord of the Rings mod, it would be pretty dope.
Would be perfect.
This game has crafting. I have not messed with the crafting all that much. There's like smithing. You can make your own swords. It's not completely done yet. Like I don't know if we've said it or not, but the game is early access, so they're still adding things and changing things.
Yeah, that's
balancing
one thing to
things.
keep in mind. Which, by the way, it's in early access. How much is this game right now?
This game costs a grand total right now on Steam for it's originally $49.99. It's $44.99 right now. I think if you own some of the previous Mountain Blades, you get a bigger discount. And if you look around, the places you can get it a little cheaper from places like Green Man Gaming and other places like that. If you have discount codes and such.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm getting money's worth out of it. I'm having a lot of fun. It does have multiplayer, but I think just for the battles, not like the campaign map thing. It has a skill-based directional combat system, so that's like you swing, you gotta aim your mouse to the right, you'll swing a certain way, left certain way, up certain way, back, you'll thrust depending on what weapons you have. It has castle sieges, those are in the game, and I've taken part in them, and let me tell you, it's pretty awesome. Maybe we'll get to see some of those on stream. And you can also play in first or third person.
Hell yeah, man.
Which is pretty cool.
I personally am all about third, so that's kind of what I would do. But
it depends on what I'm doing. See, I swap back and forth. If I'm like throwing a javelin,
that's
right?
True. I do that in some games as well. Like it depends on like what the situation and what you're doing and stuff. Yeah,
most of the time I'm third person because I'm on the horse. But if I'm throwing a javelin, I'll go in the first person just so I can kind of, I don't know. I feel like I can aim better.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah.
From what I've heard about hearing you, Phenom, and Winter play it, it seems like a fun game. I like the whole like you can create your character and like the sigil and all that shit, dude.
Yeah, you make your own banner
and everything,
which is pretty dope.
You can see your character as a little fucking creepy ass child.
It's so weird. It looks the kids in the game look so weird. They look like fucking Chucky.
Yeah, they look like little demonic like dolls or something, you know. But it's funny though. It's funny. And then yeah, like Josh said, you can you know get you a wife and put a baby in her, and you get to play your that child. You get to play as that kid when they grow up or
and they
whatever,
and they,
which
and
is
they look,
great.
they're kind of based between you and your wife. Their looks are dependent on your looks. Um,
That's
like
pretty
when you
neat.
first started the game, you have a brother, and he kind of looks a certain way depending on how your character's face looks. So it's kind of cool. Dragon Age did something similar like that, and Fallout's done stuff like that before. Um,
Right.
so that's pretty cool. They have an early access trailer for Bannerlord. If we want to, I play that.
Yeah, go for it. Play
We'll
it.
play that. Why not? Maybe some people get a little. It's short too, so that's a good thing. Let's get this over here and play it. There we go. From Till Worlds Entertainment.
Oh yeah.
That's the campaign map. That's what it looks like in overview. Here we are. Oh yeah, you can go in towns. I forgot to explain that. You can go in towns. You can recruit companions. That's like your party. Look at all the loot.
Nice.
The horns sound and the ravens gather. Look at that battle. Holy shit. Oh yeah, you can fight in arenas. Fuck, how did I forget about that?
There you go, man. That's why you play the trailer so you can remember things.
Yep. Well, it's just so much. Even though it's early access, it's so much.
That which is a good thing. I think that's awesome, man. That there's so much to do, even though like you know
Shape your destiny in the
it
world.
only just came out.
I wish I was good enough to fight with like a two-handed axe, but I'm just not. You have to be really good at blocking. But yeah, I am gonna try to be a horse archer.
Nice, nice, nice.
And that is the trailer. It is very short and it's really cool. And but yeah, a good way to make money. First off is to go around and try to fight in the tournaments and just bet on yourself because odds are you'll win if you. It's a good way to practice too, combat. They throw you in there with like a random weapon though, so I think the first time they threw me in there with like a big ass like it's almost like a sickle and hook kind of deal, and I got my ass kicked because I wasn't used to fighting with it. But now I'm pretty good with it. But yeah, Mountain Blade 2, check it out. I like it a lot, and maybe you will too.
Yes. And another game that just came out that I forgot to mention is Resident Evil 3. The
Oh yeah,
the remake for that recently was released. So definitely check that out. I haven't played the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I was remember watching people stream that, and that looked pretty good, like graphics wise and gameplay wise and everything. So 3, I'm sure it's gonna be the same. I know that Josh is really wants to get that one too
yeah.
at
I'm gonna
some
check
point.
it out at some point. Probably stream it. And reviews for it aren't as good as 2 though, so that had me a little concerned.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I don't know.
Wonder why.
I know some people were bothered by the fact that they cut parts out of it from like the original
Hmm.
3. So that was kind of a
Did
thing,
they?
but I think they added
So
some new stuff too, though. Was like the thing.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say, did they cut stuff out and not replace things, or like did they? Because yeah,
And,
that's I think that's pretty important
uh,
to state.
I
You
think
know.
the other thing to say is that some people think it's a little short, but the old one was also short. So I don't think that's necessarily fair to throw that in the review. Like the old one was
Yeah,
short too.
that's
I mean,
that's
it's
not.
short, yeah, sure, but yeah. Um,
Yeah, but like you said, if the original was already short to begin with, and it's like,
you kind of knew
what
what
can
you were getting into with that one.
exactly?
Um, but I'm still interested in it. I still check it out. It still has, my favoriteest character in Resident Evil, Carlos, who they
Carlos.
changed his look really differently in it, but
They changed the look to a lot of people. Like they even changed up Claire and everything too, right?
yeah. But
Yeah, she's wearing like pants now instead of like a shirt, like a skirt or whatever the fuck she used to wear before. I don't remember.
anyway, I'll probably wait for a sale. It's probably what'll be for that one. There's so many
Yeah,
other
I
things
get
to
you.
play right now with
There
that.
really is. There really is,
And
man.
stuff coming like Final Fantasy. I want to get
Yeah,
Persona 5 Royale. If I can
that's
ever.
another one that just came out recently. You know that people have been playing. I was watching. I think somebody was playing it on stream. I want to say it was like Co or JP or somebody was playing it recently. I don't know who exactly. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't
But
know.
I was looking through my my follow list or whatever on
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, and somebody was playing. I forget who though. But yeah, that's another game that I gotta. Josh, I think wants me to check out, and I'm curious
I want
honestly
everybody to play it because it's good.
because I've heard so much about it. I'm like, well, shit, maybe I should check this out. Like I've said it before, but like I was gonna get the original one, the original Persona 5 back when ugh, back during Black Friday, because it was like $10. But then I remembered that the Royale one's coming out, so maybe I should just wait for that. So yeah, so I will wait for that. But yeah, anyway, that's I think that's it for the gaming news.
That surely is. I wanna. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. It's a dinner rush!
Oh Lord, Val's giving us a raid, and I forgot to turn on my alerts. I apologize, everybody.
Hey, this is a good reminder for those of you watching on YouTube that you come watch live on Twitch every
That's right.
Saturday.
I apologize, guys. I usually turn them off for the shows, and I completely forgot that time. But thanks for the dinner rush, Val. Appreciate you.
Thank you for the raid, Val.
Thank you for checking out the podcast.
Um, but yeah, there isn't I'll be honest, there isn't a whole lot of TV show news. I only got like two things, man. So
All right, well, fucking yeah, go for it.
we'll hop into it. The first one is that the Lock and Key, the Netflix show, has been renewed for season 2. I have not seen season 1 yet. I need to check it out, but again, there's just like so many things going on, and I spending a lot of time on the things that we talked about earlier, and it's like, man, I gotta watch stuff. I gotta watch more things, you know. So yeah, gotta catch up. But I hear it's pretty good. Lock and Key. I don't know if you've heard about this show yet.
I've heard about it. I haven't watched it. What's funny is my grandmother watched it before I
Oh
watched it.
damn! Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
she loves the TVs.
Isn't this based off like a book or something?
I think it's based off a graphic novel, a comic series or something. I don't know.
Well, I am not sure. I just,
Locking. Oh, I can look it up.
I know there was some people that before the season 1 came out were looking forward to it, and they checked it out, and and whatnot. But I still have not. I don't even know what it's. I don't know what it's about. Like I said, I didn't even know it was what it was based off of. I had thought it was like a book or something. But
It's based
apparently,
on the comic series of the same name. So apparently, it's a comic book. But I think there's also a book for it or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just not familiar with the property, so
I'm not either. I don't know shit about it. I don't know anything about Lock and Key. I think Baba knows.
Perhaps. Oh yeah, she does. I know she was looking forward to it. But anyway, perhaps once Josh and I check this out, maybe we'll talk about it, depending on how it goes and whatnot. But yeah, it's just something that I haven't seen yet. But it's been renewed for season 2, which I guess bodes well. Because because the season 1, like I feel like just came out not too long ago, maybe like a month ago, or like I don't know how long ago. Maybe it's been longer than that, but I don't know.
A month or 2 at this point, I think.
Yeah, a month or 2 it's been out. But anyway, yeah. So season 2 has been renewed. That's pretty cool. And moving on from that, this next piece of news has me very like I don't know if I don't think worried is the right word, just more like like what are you guys doing over there, man? Like what are you guys doing over there?
I know what
The
this is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series enlists Joby Harold as the new writer. Like, really? Obi-Wan Kenobi is most people like when Disney took over Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to say take over because that's not like correct, but like you know what I mean. When Disney purchased Lucasfilm, and they're like, we're gonna be working on more Star Wars. When that happened, one of literally the easiest things you could do that everybody wanted and still wants is an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, show, whatever. Give us some more Obi-Wan Kenobi. How can you fuck this up? How 7 years later do you guys still not know what the fuck you're doing for this thing? They're like, "Oh, it's going to be a movie." No, wait, it's going to be a show. Oh, wait, we have some episodes, but no, never mind. We're going to replace, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, so we're going to get a new writer. It's like, what are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing over there? How is this so hard to crack? Like,
Daniel and I
Obi-Wan.
talked about this the other night, which is I think Daniel kind of agrees a little bit that the new trilogy and kind of the reaction to it, and especially kind of the reaction to how they did the old stars of Star Wars and then put them in the new trilogy, has maybe given them some cold feet on this Obi-Wan deal, and they're afraid they're gonna fuck up. And I personally think that they're so afraid they're gonna fuck up, they might end up fucking it up just because they're afraid they're gonna fuck up. You ever do that?
Yeah, it's like, you fucking morons, man.
I think they're trying really hard to do it right, and I think they're overthinking it, and they're gonna fuck it up by doing. They need to relax.
Like, it's fucking Obi-Wan. Like how could you unless you do something really stupid, like there's no, you can't really fuck this up, you know. But
Plus, you got Ewan McGregor right there, man.
yeah, he's been wanting to do it for years, man.
He loves the character. Consult that man.
Years.
Consult him. All right.
It just doesn't make sense, man. But anyway, Joby Harold is known for being a producer on Edge of Tomorrow, on John Wick Chapter 3, and that shitty King Arthur movie that came out a few years ago.
Oh God.
So that's what he's best known for. And Edge of Tomorrow I like. King Arthur I thought was a gigantic turd.
It totally was. That was so bad too, because I wanted it to be good. Oh.
And then I have not seen John Wick 3, so I don't know. But I have a feeling that's gonna be good. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is just like, what the hell's going on over there, dude? They don't know what they're doing. It just reeks of like too many cooks in the kitchen, man. Like, oh, let's do this. No, let's do that, you know? Like, it's fucking Obi-Wan, dude. Like, fucking get it done, man. Like, the fuck are you guys doing, man? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Deborah Chow is still, you know, gonna direct and everything, but they're replacing people, and you know, Ewan McGregor was like, the scripts are great, but like, you know, I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. It just kind of annoys me that like the one thing that everybody wanted to see is something that they're still struggling to fucking figure out, man. Whereas, oh wait, let's do Solo that like nobody wanted, you know. And I like the movie, but like there was nobody clamoring for a Solo movie. The only reason why they did that was because fucking what's his name? Lawrence Kasdan and his son wanted to do a fucking.
You could say there was only one Solo fan that wanted Solo.
I mean, like, yes, dude. But yeah, I don't know. It's just stupid that everybody wants Obi-Wan and they can't fucking figure it out yet. It's ridiculous, man. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on before my Star Wars frustrations grow.
All right.
Do you got any TV news?
Oh, I totally got one for you here. The Animal Planet is showing 90 hours of puppies, kittens, and baby pigs right now. So go check it out.
Oh man, there you go. If you're you know, feeling a little down about what's happening in the world, go watch you some cute little
animals,
critters on the
puppies,
Animal Planet.
Some kitties, some baby pigs. Also, if you're interested, all of Battlestar Galactica is free on Sci-Fi's website. I believe this is the remake of Battlestar. If you're into that, I never was, but
yeah, I never was
check
either.
it.
I prefer the original Battlestar myself.
Yeah. Yep.
The old school one from the 80s.
a lot of places are doing this now. Like HBO is gonna like stream like 500 hours of free stuff, like full seasons of Veep, The Sopranos, Silicon Valley, Barry, The Wire, 6 Feet Under. I've never seen The Wire. I might take the opportunity to see that.
That's kind of a long show, though, ain't it? Like, how many seasons is it?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I've never seen it either, though. But I hear it's like one of
What
the
are the
best
actual?
shows
Let me
ever.
look at the actual details on this article. It's a Variety article. We'll all read it together. How about that?
Sure.
HBO is unlocking its biggest trove of free programming ever, in a goodwill gesture as people look for a diversion during this pandemic. The Warner Media-owned premium cabler is making almost 500 hours of programming available to stream for free without ads for a limited time on HBO Now. HBO Go services and HBO Go services without subscription starting this Friday, April 3rd, which is yesterday. The list of free programming includes every episode of 9 HBO series: The Sopranos, Veep, Succession, 6 Feet Under, The Wire, Ballers is on there. If you have not seen Ballers, check it out. I highly recommend Ballers. It's really good.
Definitely have not.
Barry, Silicon Valley, and True Blood. Also streaming for free are 20 Warner Bros. Movies in HBO's current catalog, including Pokemon Detective Pikachu, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, Crazy Stupid Love, and 10 HBO documentaries and docuseries, including Macmillan and the case of I don't know how to say this name. And then Speed? Fight? Sorry, I apologize. I'm not very good with names. Notably, however, HBO mega hit Game of Thrones is absent from the free streaming fiesta, as are recent hits including Westworld, Big Little Lies, Euphoria, and Chernobyl. All of those series have seen big viewing gains in recent weeks, per Warner Media, which said streaming of HBO Now has been up more than 40% from March 14th through the 24th versus the previous 4-week average. Separately, HBO provides a limited selection of single episodes from its tentpole series to watch for free. The move by HBO to put such a huge amount of original content in front of the paywall, which is prompting with the hashtag stay home box office, effectively serves as a major sampling strategy ahead of Warner Media's scheduled launch of HBO Max in May. HBO Max will include everything on HBO, plus a host of originals, library titles, and licensed content for the same price. So for the same $14.99 monthly price. All of the programming will be available to stream without a subscription starting April 3rd by downloading the HBO Now or HBO Go apps, but only in the United States. So if that's something that interests you, any of those shows or those movies that you haven't seen, oh, here's a list of the movies. You have Arthur 2 on the Rocks, Blinded by Light, The Bridges of Madison County, Crazy Stupid Love, Empire of the Sun, Forget Paris, Happy Feet 2, Isn't It Romantic? The Lego Movie 2, second part, Midnight Special, My Dog Skip, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase, Pan, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, Red Riding Hood, Smallfoot, Storks, Sucker Punch, and Unknown. All of those will be for free. That's 20 movies that you can watch. And then in addition to those full series, oh, here it tells you how many. The Wire has 5 seasons. So that's how many.
Okay.
And then they have some documentaries on there as well. So if that's something that interests any of you out there in the staying at home, not much to do, you want to watch something, go out there and binge you some shows. I can recommend Ballers. I can recommend The Sopranos.
I recommend Detective Pikachu because that's a good movie.
Yeah, I can recommend Detective Pikachu. That's good.
I have not seen the Lego Movie 2, but the first one's good.
Yeah.
But there's bound to be some good stuff within all that. So just check it out if you're interested and curious about that. But yeah.
Yeah. Ballers is really good. It's got The Rock in it. Check it out. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm gonna come after your Ken. Yes.
Yeah. Anything else? Nope, that's the animals. Hasbro's released episodes of the original G.I. Joe animated series on YouTube. So if you want to watch some old cartoons, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was just thinking I could very easily run a D&D G.I. Joe game. It'd be so easy. Think about it. Every character is a Joe or a Cobra fucking bad guy.
Everything leads back to fucking D&D.
I can do anything. I can do anything in those. That's the beauty of tabletop RPGs. You can do anything you want. Anyway.
Exactly.
I believe that would be it for any TV news I have. Most of my shit was kind of jokey, other than that HBO bit. But
Yeah, it's fine.
let's move on to movies.
Movies. So we're gonna start off with the first piece of movie news. Top Gun Maverick really pushed to December.
Damn, they pushed that way back, hey?
So yeah, it was supposed to release June 24th during the summer, but with this whole thing going on, this entire thing that's happening is butt fucking summer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's booty flakes.
the summer is dead, dude.
It is.
Summer is everything that's happening in the summer is getting pushed to like the end of the year or next year.
School's out forever, apparently. So
I mean, apparently so from June 24th to December 23rd, 2020. They also moved The Quiet Place Part 2 uh to September 4th. SpongeBob on the Sponge on the Run was gonna
Lord.
hit May 22nd and now coming out July 31st. The Tomorrow War, which was previously gonna be December 25th, 2020, is now undated. Those are some of the movies that Paramount is delaying. But those join a bunch of other Sony movies that have been pushed, like Morbius, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and a few other things that have been, like Universal pushed the Minions and the Fast Nine and that kind of stuff. Wonder Woman in the Heights, those kind of things. So a lot of stuff is getting pushed back. Speaking of things getting pushed back, Black Widow, Eternals, Indiana Jones 5 have all been pushed. Everything's getting pushed back, So
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow was supposed to be coming out I think in May 1st, is now coming out November 6th. It's taking the place of the Eternals, and the Eternals has been pushed back until February 12th, 2021.
Jesus.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is going to be releasing on May 7th, 2021. Doctor Strange 2, November 5th, 2021. Thor Love and Thunder, February 18th, 2022. Black Panther 2 is sticking to its original date of May 6th, 2022. And Captain Marvel 2 has been set for July 8th, 2022. Soul, the animated Pixar movie, is not moving from its date at June 19th. The live action Mulan remake has been pushed to July 24th, which is the date that was previously occupied by Jungle Cruise. But yeah, I mean, obviously, there's we don't know if we don't even know if some of these in the summer are gonna make it, because everything that was in the summer is getting pushed to like
Yep.
winter time. So yeah, Jungle Cruise is gonna be pushed back to July 20th, 2021, like a year later than it was supposed to come out. And then down the road, Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones 5, which is supposed to come out summer of 2021, is now being pushed back for July 29th, 2022. So again, another year later for that one. And then Artemis Fowl, which was this movie that was supposed to come out for Disney in theaters, they're like, you know what? Fuck this. We're just gonna put it on Disney Plus. So it's skipping a theatrical release entirely, and they're just gonna put it on Disney Plus.
I'm genuinely curious that when all this is over, how all of this is gonna change the shape of movies,
movie going.
Yeah, exactly. Like drive-ins are seeing a resurgence right now. that I've seen.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. It's gonna be curious, man. It definitely will be interesting because shit will change for sure. Ryan Reynolds' is Free Guy moved from July 3rd to December 11th. New Mutants and a few other movies don't have any release dates, so it's crazy. Basically, shit's just getting moved all over the place. And this summer year, the summer like stuff going around this year is just non-existent. Everything is just getting completely and utterly destroyed. because shit's just moving all over the place, man. But yeah. So sticking with Marvel, Ant-Man 3 has found its writer. Jeff Loveness, a writer and co-producer on the Cartoon Network's acclaimed Rick and Morty, has been tapped to pen the script for the third installment of Marvel Studios' Ant-Man. Peyton Reed, who directed the previous two installments, 2015's Ant-Man and 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp, is back as director. He closed his deal to return last summer. Paul Rudd, of course, is going to return as Scott Lang. Evangeline Lilly will also be back as the Wasp. So yeah, I know that you, Josh, are a little bit higher on the Ant-Man movies than most people, and I actually like them quite a
Dude,
bit too.
I love Ant-Man.
So you looking forward to Ant-Man 3?
Absolutely. Man,
Yeah, for me,
I don't know why I'm such a huge, massive fan of it. I just love it.
yeah, I I am not a fan of Rick and Morty. I tried watching it and I just couldn't get into it. It just like it wasn't for me. But
I've never even tried it because I don't think the humor's for me.
yeah, it just didn't seem like it was. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't for me. But I mean, we'll see. I like the first two Ant-Man movies. I like them both. I know some people are a little less favorable to the second one, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie post Infinity War, or
Mm-hmm.
was it? Or yeah, it was Infinity War, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm. It's funny because like most people are like not really looking forward to Marvel movies now that like Endgame is oh the last thing. So why should I care about anything? It's like like just not everything has to be universe or world defying conflicts. Like I'm down for like the smaller,
Mm-hmm.
like again, like Ant-Man 2. That was like that was a smaller scale story compared to Infinity War, and I really enjoyed that. I just
Yeah.
really like the characters of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Peanut, and
World's
Anthony
greatest
the
grandma.
yeah, man, Anthony the Ant, and it's just it's fun stuff, man. I like the Ant-Man movies, man.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I really like the family dynamic.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very curious. I'm still on board with the MCU. I'm very curious about Phase 4. I'm all about it. Uh we got all kinds of stuff like, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Ant-Man 3, some of the other movies I mentioned earlier like Captain Marvel 2 and Black Panther 2 and Thor Love and Thunder and all kinds of stuff coming up. And then in addition to that, we're getting all these like Disney Plus TV shows which I'm very excited about. So that's exciting. We should be getting some shows this year which I'm, you know, depending on I guess the craziness and madness of what's going on in the world will when that will show up. But yeah, I'm still on board with the MCU. I'm very excited. Very
Oh
looking
yeah.
forward. I have not lost my enthusiasm post Endgame, so I'm very excited for Black Widow and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. The last two things that I have on here, one of them is that well, this isn't really movie news, but it's Star Wars news, so I just threw it in here.
Yeah.
It's that we have been revealed some of the major Jedi characters from the High Republic era.
Oh damn.
I'll post the link in the chat for you if you want to like put up some pictures or anything.
Yeah.
The first one is of Avar Chris, and the name is spelled Avarkriss. Avar is the brightest, most noble example of Jedihood. She always tries to see the good in people and situations and never puts herself first. She's invigorated about life on the frontier and the challenges it brings, and is an inspiration for those who work with her. She is compassionate, not dogmatic, and always ready to sacrifice herself for others. Avar Chris is the best of the best. So she exemplifies the best of the Jedi. Look at her with her, cool looking Jedi robes and her green. That's a long ass hilt, man.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say that's gigantic.
it's a big ass green lightsaber hilt, and then she's got a cool yellow like hood cape type deal.
Yep.
She's got like a cool little like headband, like tiara
Like a
type thing.
circlet. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. And then we have next up here, Loden Greatstorm. This sounds like a fucking D&D name.
Yeah, it does.
Loden Greatstorm is a Twi'lek Jedi Master and is considered to be one of the best teachers in the Jedi Order. Strong and wise, with a good sense of humor, Loden looks at every moment as a learning experience, always trying to better himself and those around him, especially his Padawans. So this guy is probably going to be like maybe the Yoda or Mace Windu of this era, probably.
Hmm.
Twi'lek dude, Twi'lek bro with a yellow lightsaber. I dig it.
They really
Um,
like the white and yellow kind of theme.
Yeah, they do. The High Republic era seems to like the whites and like lighter colors,
Yep.
which I think is pretty. It's like a pretty cool aesthetic, for them. And speaking of which, we have Kiev Trennis, which is not white and yellow. She's white and brown.
Oh damn. Oh, she looks dope. I love it.
She also looks like a maybe like a D&D RPG character,
Mm-hmm.
She's got like a cool little haircut there, which was like the half and half, the half shaved and the half like full on hair with the little braids on it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a double bladed green lightsaber. I like her little like armored gauntlets or whatever.
Yeah, those gauntlets are sick. That's like the first thing I noticed were the gauntlets. Second thing I
Yeah.
noticed are the little shoulder pads
Yeah,
coming out under right here.
Brown shoulder pads look pretty sick.
Coming out under the armor. Yep.
She's got a cool looking little outfit there. Kiev Trennis. Kiev is a young firebrand Jedi, believed to have a great future ahead of her, if only she would believe it herself.
Oh damn.
Quick-witted
Confidence.
and more impulsive than she should be, Kiev has only been a Jedi Knight for a few weeks. Oh damn, for a few weeks. And is a little starstruck around Avar. Knowing many of the great things Chris has done in the past, she is determined to prove herself to Avar and the other legendary Jedi stationed on Starlight Beacon. But first, she must learn to trust herself as much as she trusts the Force.
Oh damn.
Next up, we have Stellan Gios or Stellan Gios. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, but it's either Gios or Gios probably. And this guy straight up looks like a knight.
He does.
Even his lightsaber has kind of like the little, the cross guard type thing there. That goes upwards. And yeah, this guy looks cool, man. He's got like a little holster. I don't know what that's for, really. Is that maybe his lightsaber? I'm not sure what that's
I
for.
don't know either. Maybe.
But it's interesting. And yeah, I don't know. His gear looks awesome, dude. He's got like a big ass white cape with a hood on it.
Look at that jawline. That dude's got a
Right?
strong jaw.
Yeah,
You try to punch that, you'll break your hand.
Exactly. Stellan is an optimistic and well-respected Jedi Master. Stellan came up through the Order with Avar Kriss, and although they are often on different assignments for the Republic or the Jedi, when the two work together, they are a powerhouse team of two noble heroes in action. Strong in the Force and a natural teacher, Stellan is currently stationed at one of the Jedi Temple outposts on the distant planet of Karagon Viner. And we have one last character here, who's announced, and that is Vernestra Vern Rowe. Vern is a newly minted Jedi Knight. Vernestra Mary Allen was a Padawan to Stellan Gios or Gios. She works hard and is devoted to the Jedi Order, more so than most others at her age. At 16, she's one of the youngest knights in a generation.
Damn.
She struggles to fit in with the adults while also setting a good example for the younger Jedi. So she's an interesting character because she's a younger one, and apparently at the age of 16, she's not even a Padawan. She's a Jedi Knight already, dude.
Yep.
That is a big deal. So
if she took a Padawan, that would be
16, dude?
yeah, that'd be a little much.
Holy crap, dude!
You're not even fully grown yet, practically.
I know.
You're still a baby.
Yeah, pretty much. But basically, yeah, she's got like all these Jedi all seem to have like one thing in common. They all have like white clothing. And then from there, it's either like yellows or browns or like lighter like tans or that kind of deal, which I dig. I really like their like the robes of this era.
They're the noble knights.
And I also really like that they all have like different lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, some of them have blue or green or yellow, whatever. But like the hilts are all like very different, which I think is so cool. Avar's is like a big old hilt, which almost looks like it could be a double blade.
Make it like a fucking club.
Yeah, or like a lightsaber club. Yeah, like the dude from one of the Jedi Knight games, right? The Gamorrean, like the deformed Gamorrean dudes. And then Loden looks, yeah, he definitely looks like the Jedi, like the big Jedi Master guy. Keith kind of reminds me kind of like an Anakin type character,
Yeah.
like, but also so does Vern. But that's interesting, Some pretty cool little characters here we got working with. But this is cool because you never know when these characters will show up. So far they're gonna be in books and comics and shit, but you never know when they may show up in a movie or a TV show, and it'll be very curious to see who they cast as these characters.
I'd watch a High Republic TV show. They should do that.
I would too, man. I'm all about this era, even though we know so little about it. Give it to me, man. They're gonna have the enemy, the fucking threat in the galaxy are space Vikings at this time, dude. Like, how cool does that sound?
Maybe they get a space Viking wife,
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure they already do, but I never know.
get you one.
Get you one, yeah. But anyway, some cool Jedi characters there. I think I like all of them so far. Like none of them are like, that doesn't really. They all look pretty cool. They all like based off that little like paragraph we got about them. They all seem pretty interesting as well. So yeah, maybe we should run a High Republic D&D game. No, I'm playing.
Maybe.
No, yeah, I'm all about it though. The last thing I have here is that so we don't normally talk about sports here, even though both Josh and I love sports. I don't know, for some reason we just haven't really talked about it. But I have a little bit of some sports news here, and that is that ESPN and Netflix are moving up the launch date from Michael Jordan's documentary series, The Last Dance. So I'm a huge, for those of you who don't know, I am a massive, huge basketball fan. Like basketball and soccer, or football as I call it, and many others are like my two favorite sports. I do keep up with a bunch of other things like the NFL and the MLB and stuff like that too, but I'm not like as into it as I am basketball or soccer. But anyway, The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan doc series, moving uh to April 19th. From April 19th to May 17th, when it was originally set for an early summer run, so they're bumping it up. It's going to be a 10-part documentary series based off the Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Chicago Bulls from the 90s, which was the greatest, if not, or one of the greatest, if not the greatest dynasties in, all of basketball. So yeah. I'm very much looking forward to this. They're using like hours, like apparently there's like 500 previously unseen hours of footage from the last Bulls championship run of 97 and 98. There's a lot of like legendary people that are on this documentary. So I'm, as a basketball fan, I'm very, very looking forward to this. Give it to me now. I will watch it right away. But yeah, especially with no actual no real sports going on right now. Like all they've been doing is like replaying like older like classic games or whatever on YouTube and stuff. And I've watched a few here and there, but I miss sports, and I definitely want to definitely gonna be checking out this documentary because I'm all about it, man.
Yeah, since we're talking about it, they're talking about doing the NFL draft. Talking about sports, like digitally. I'm very interested in how that'll go.
Oh yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'll be curious. Yeah.
Wonder if that'll make it easier or harder. Although it kind of sucks for those that kind of deserve their shot on the stage, to be seen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does. But I mean, like, adding on to that, like a separate from sports, there's a lot of people who are like supposed to be graduating from like high school or like college or whatever that like won't get a chance to like walk the stage or do all that stuff that people normally do, right? So there's that stuff too, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to this doc series. It's called The Last Dance. It'll be on ESPN and the Netflix. The Last Dance, April 19th. So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to that. That's actually really soon. That's like in the next 2 weeks. So I'm hyped about that.
You know what's cool? Between the two of us, we cover most sports. other than baseball.
do. Yeah, it's true.
Uh,
Like I said, I'm kind of like in the know, but like not really compared to some of the other sports.
I'll watch the Braves
Fuck,
sometimes.
fuck the Astros though, right?
Yeah, fuck the Astro. I think
Fuck the
I think
Astros, right?
everybody agrees with that. Fuck the Astros.
Everybody agrees with that. Fuck them.
Even me, who's not doesn't follow it super closely, knows fuck the Astros. Also, Daniel went big screen.
I did what?
He went big screen on my screen for some reason. I don't know. Did I hit a button?
I don't know. I'm on both screens though. Hello.
That was really funny. I have no idea what just happened, but that happened.
Disregard my ugly mug.
You were Two-Face.
Please.
You were Two-Face for a minute there.
Oh, Two-Face. you either live long enough to see you either die. Fuck it, forget it.
Forget it.
Fuck it.
You either
I don't
die a
care.
hero or live
long enough to see yourself
become the villain.
Yeah, all right. We'll move on.
Okay. Every week there's something.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's pretty much all I got though. No, that's it, man.
Do I have anything? I don't think so. I will say this. The other day was the 30th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
For those of us that grew up with it, I still watch that movie. Still love it. Still think it's fucking good. The costumes are amazing for 1990. Like, really? It's crazy. And other than that, I don't got nothing. Other than that was the 30th anniversary of them Ninja Turtles. That was awesome. All right, you ready to move on to our main topic? You know, this one right here that I'm going to play the sound clip for? Yeah, that one.
So yeah, that's the main topic of the day. We have done the other two a while back. If you look into the playlist or on both the MP3s or the YouTube videos playlist, we have the other two for television and films. We're not getting into the gaming, so I feel like we should we should get into it. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to be like, I do my entire list and you do yours, or do you want to do my number 10, your number 10, or how are we gonna do this?
Let's go back and forth, because I think that's what we usually do.
Yeah, that is what we usually do. So you want to start from 10?
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at 10 and go down to number 1.
Okay, that's fair. I kind of don't really have mine in any particular order, but I like put them in like 1 through 10. So
yeah. Alrighty, let's play the sound clip one more time. You know, just so everybody aware.
Why don't you put her in charge?
Let's do it.
Video game edition. Let's do it. Do you want to start us off? Let me get my list open here.
Sure. I kind of did a little bit of cheating here in the with my number 10 slot.
Okay.
They're all from the same game, so but I put 3 of them in one because.
Oh, that's fair.
To be fair, 2 of these could be swapped out for one another depending on what you did in this game. But I decided to put 3 of like the coolest ladies in this game all into one slot. So it's a little bit of cheating, and I technically could have put them in the honorable mentions. But like I said, depending on what you did in this game, it could go different for you. So I just put them all in one slot. And that is, for my number 10 slot, I have Yennefer of Vengerberg, Triss Marigold, and Cyrilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, all in my number 10 slot from The Witcher 3. All 3 of these ladies are badass in their own way. I like them all. I personally am a Yennefer, a Yen guy. But I think Triss is also Geralt. Dude, Geralt has some pretty good options, man. I have to say. And then Ciri's just cool, man. Like if you played the game, you know how fucking cool Ciri is.
Yep.
But yeah, like I just I think they're all really, really dope characters, and having played through the entire Witcher series now, you start off from you know Triss from the beginning, I think, right in the first game, and then you don't really get to meet Ciri or Yennefer until the third one, but like, man, are they like a huge major part of the story? I think they're all like really, really cool ladies in their own rights. They all contribute to the story and to their world in their own ways. And yeah, I kind of, that's why I said, like, depending on which route you go, it's either Yen or Triss for you. But Ciri's there regardless because she's a very, very huge part of the game. She's also in the the new TV show if you guys want to check that out. But we're talking about the video game versions. And yeah, for my number 10 slot, I kind of had them in their own slots, but I was like, well, let me consolidate them into one so that let me cheat a little bit and consolidate them into one so I could, like, add in a few of the other ones. But yeah, the ladies from The Witcher 3 are in my number 10 slot. But bear in mind, I kind of didn't mine aren't really ranked. I just kind of, like, as I was thinking of them, I kind of like just placed them in their spots. So yeah, my list, while it's numbered, it's just like me putting them in. It's not like I don't really prefer, like, I don't, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But that's my
Okay.
number 10 slot. The ladies of The Witcher 3: Yennefer, Triss, and Ciri.
All right. Well, my number 10 is Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat.
Man.
I mean, like, come on. It's Sonya Blade, man. She could fuck you up in 5 million different ways. She's been played by various voice actresses, including Ronda Rousey. She sucked. She has one of the coolest friendships with Jax Briggs. An awesome romance with Johnny Cage, until she eventually becomes General Sonya Blade. And just all around badass fucking taekwondo whooping ass lady. I mean, shit. I think she's definitely one of the strongest female characters in all of Mortal Kombat, in my opinion. And has some of the greatest, like, just awesome fatalities, like the little kiss, the fire kiss, that fucking just burns motherfucker up. She's been in some of the shows and the movies, but we're not talking about those. We're talking about video games.
For sure we are.
But yeah, she's a badass soldier. Any ring I step into, it's mine. Sorry, I'm looking at some of her quotes. Yeah, Special Forces, Earth Realm. I just really like Sonya Blade, man. She's awesome.
I get you, man. I mean, so let me stop, or now that Josh is done talking, let me put a little disclaimer out there as well. If you're watching this video and you're like, why isn't this character there? Or why isn't that in there? Or I can see the YouTube comments already being like, your list sucks. Hey, but here's a little disclaimer for you. Okay, number one, these are our lists. So first of all,
fuck you.
Well, sure, but first of all, we may not have played every single game in existence. Like, for example, let me give you a little spoiler alert right here. I don't have any Mass Effect characters on my list because I have not played any of the Mass Effect games. So it would be foolish for me to be like, oh, this person, put them on my list because, everybody likes this person. No, I haven't played it. I don't have experience with these characters. They're not on my list. Perhaps in the future, when I play the games, maybe I'll add them in. But right now, I can tell you 100% they're not on my list. So there's going to be things like that where I don't have certain characters because I haven't played the games yet.
Same.
Probably for Josh, the same thing.
Pretty much exactly the same thing.
So you have to keep in mind, these are our lists. We have ours are going to be, mine's going to be different than his. His is going to be different than mine. I mean, shit, our number 10 was already different. So keep that in mind. We have not played every video. We love video games, but we have not played every video game in existence. There's a lot of games I want to play that I still haven't. There's a lot of games Josh wants to play that he still hasn't. So just because we don't have a certain character that you may like doesn't mean we don't like them. We probably just haven't met them yet. Or quite honestly, they're probably just an honorable mention for us. These are our lists. So keep that in mind, everybody.
Exactly.
I just wanted to throw that out there before somebody's like, well,
it's true.
relax. Anyway,
Yeah, relax, guys. But I do want to see your list, so tweet them at me. Let me know who you
for
think.
sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Show us your list if you have one.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can get all that info at the end and just tweet us at. I want to know. I want to know who you think's who should be in charge. Who's the lady that should be in charge of your list?
exactly. So,
All right.
yeah. So number 10 for me was Yennefer, Triss, and Ciri from The Witcher 3. Josh's number 10, to recap,
Sonya Blade.
was Sonya Blade.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay. From Mortal Kombat. There you go.
Who you got number 9?
Number 9, I kind of have a interesting pick here because I could have chosen. It's from the Resident Evil series. I wonder if you know who I'm going to choose though, because there's a lot of badass Resident Evil ladies.
There's a lot.
But I feel like my pick is a little bit of one that I think most people probably wouldn't throw in there. But for me, she's in here because I have some quite a bit of experience with her. Because I used to play this game a lot years ago, and I've played through this game multiple times. So to me, she's a badass, and probably again one that most people probably would not have on their list. But again, this is mine, so I threw her in here because she's fucking dope. And I want to see if you can guess who it is, Josh.
Oh, I have no clue, brother. Who you got?
No, I have Shiva Olimar from Resident Evil 5, baby.
I never played it.
She's cool, man. Her and Chris Redfield wrecking shop, bro. I've played a lot of Resident Evil 5. She's cool, man. Shiva Olimar is a badass lady. Okay, so most people might have like Jill or Claire or this and that. She be wrecking shop, man. She's badass, dude. You gotta play that game. I have so many hours spent on the PS3 days, or maybe PS3 days with Resident Evil 5, and fun game, fun co-op game. One of you is Chris, and the other one is Shiva. And yeah, man, she's a badass lady, dude. Like, there's not much to say. She's just a fucking cool ass chick. And yeah, so it's probably an unconventional pick for maybe most people, but this is my list, and I decided to throw her in here. So
All right.
she will take my number 9 spot.
All right, my number 9 is a character you know, Daniel. I'm pretty sure they're from the Warcraft universe. It is the Daughter of the Sea, Gina Proudmoore.
Is it what? Yep. I'm not gonna lie. I was considering putting her on my list.
Gina Proudmoore is, since Warcraft 3, I've been a fan of her. She's a badass, and she's only gotten cooler in World of Warcraft. She's gone from being kind of like a meat character to being a very strong, powerful, at times vengeful leader of her people after her people kind of get annihilated at a certain event and in one of the expansion packs. And in the most recent expansion pack, returning to her home and, dealing with, she had to let her, some spoilers. Her father, kind of died. She let him kind of be killed by the orcs way back in the Warcraft 3, like, little expansion campaign deal. And she's been having to deal with that until eventually she's just such a powerful, goddamn, badass mage leader lady. I mean, my God, she's awesome. Plus, she's voiced by Laura Bailey, who's a badass herself, but she's had various actors as well.
She is voiced by Laura Bailey, huh? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
In the Gina Proudmoore is absolutely one of my favorite characters in the entire video game universe.
Yeah, I was honestly considering adding her to my list as well, but I think she probably makes an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
Just because I really like, her character was really cool. I'm more familiar with her in Warcraft 3 more than anything else. Like, I'm sure she's in WoW and other stuff too, but like,
yeah, it's the WoWs.
My experience with her is the Warcraft 3 stuff.
She's in a lot of the books now too, although we're not talking about books, but she is in a lot of the books.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's your number 8?
My number 8, this one is probably one that people probably wouldn't think of as well. Maybe some people might think of it, but it is a name that most people may not recognize. But Mitra Surik, which is the main character of Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2, the Sith Lord. So it's the main character you play. So so in Knights of the Republic, you can create your own character like you can make it either male or female, but canonically, at least in Legends, Mitra's the main character was a woman, Mitra
Mm-hmm.
Surik. And she's she's fucking cool. She's basically the character you play in Knights of the Republic too. And yeah, man, she's a badass. Her nickname is the Jedi Exile. Like, come on, she's fucking cool, man. Come on.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, basically, I don't really want to get into like spoilers or anything because I know there's people out there who haven't played it. But I mean, if you haven't played the Knights of the Republic games, I realize that they're a little outdated graphics wise and maybe gameplay wise, but they're still some of my favorite games of all time. I would say to you that if you have not played them, you can get them for pretty cheap on Steam, and they're fun, man. They're really really fun RPGs. But yeah, Mitra Surik, she's got a whole like Legends backstory and all that stuff, but I'm not gonna get into all that. Just know that she's the main character of Knights of the Republic 2 that you get to play as. And yeah, definitely check that out. She's fucking cool.
All right.
That's
Yeah,
my
she
number
is.
8.
My number 8 is one that's already on your list, Daniel. I put Cirilla right here at number 8 for me.
Oh
From the
yeah,
from The
Cirilla.
Witcher 3, I put her a little bit higher. Because but she's I'll go ahead and tell you she's the only Witcher character I have on this list at the moment. Because she is fucking amazing in The Witcher 3.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, like if I were, that's why I had to like kind of consolidate them a little bit because there's a lot of cool Witcher ladies, but yeah, man.
I think because there's parts you play as her in the game, and man, those parts are dope. So, very much dig Ciri at number 8 right there. I'm not really a whole lot to add on to that other than she's just a fucking badass. Daniel covered most of the stuff about her, so. Who do you have at your number 7?
My number 7 pick is Sadie Adler from Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeehaw!
Strong pick.
I love me some Sadie Adler, man.
Mm-hmm.
So she is one of the protagonists from Red Dead Redemption 2. And let me tell you, this lady is a bamf. She's a bad bitch in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She starts off as maybe I shouldn't get into.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. But say what you want to say, man. Go for it.
I was just gonna say she starts off one way and goes another way that turns her into a complete badass. And yeah, man, Miss Adler from Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely one of my favorite female video game characters of all time, man. She's fucking cool, dude. I'd have her in my fucking gang any day, man. She's a badass chick, dude. She will fucking wreck your shit, man. So she is 100% in my list. I mean, honestly, just play the game and you'll find out how much of a badass she is. Like if you haven't, and if you have played, you know how fucking cool Sadie is. So yeah, I had to throw her in here because she is fucking legit, man. She's really fucking cool.
Hell yeah. For my number 7, I have Cassandra Pentagast from Dragon Age 2 and 3. Cassandra Pentagast is a badass leader of the Pentagast family. She is a seeker, which is like part of this religious group called the the Chantry. Which is like kind of like a religion. Yes, sir.
No, I was gonna say. So as a disclaimer, I haven't played the Dragon Age game, so that's why she's not on mine.
Yes.
Go ahead.
She's the right hand of the divine, which is kind of like a religious leader for in the Dragon Age universe. She's investigating, in Dragon Age 2. She's investigating. Like you meet her like right off the bat. She's talking to one of the characters, trying to find the character you played called Hawk in Dragon Age 2. She's not in it a whole. I mean, she is in it a decent amount, but she's not like one of the main characters. She's kind of like a important side character kind of deal. And then she makes her full debut as one of their companions in Dragon Age 3, where she is a romanceable option. I can say I did tap that, and she is she's awesome. I love her. She's she's a strong female warrior, sword and shield on the battlefield. But she's also got
Hell
like
yeah.
this soft side inside that kind of comes out as you play that you notice. That she has an awesome guilty pleasure that I hope when Daniel plays the game he learns about. She's just because I know he's
Okay.
gonna play it at some point.
I am. I actually am. I have
Uh,
Dragon Age 1 or Origins and 2. I just need to get Inquisition and then I'll probably do a run of
uh,
that.
but she's awesome. One of my favorite characters in Dragon Age. I mean, she's called a fucking seeker, a seeker of truth. That's such a badass title. A seeker.
The Seeker of Truth.
Yeah.
That sounds like some D&D shit, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my number 7. Who's your number
7.
6?
My number 6, I have here in this slot one of the most iconic characters of all time, and that is Princess Zelda from the Legend of Zelda series.
Oh damn! Is that the elf lady?
Yeah, the main it's the character who the series is named after, Princess Zelda.
Mhm.
She is definitely by far one of the most iconic female video game characters of all time. She has many different interpretations from all the the Legends. Um, I'm looking
What's
forward.
what's your favorite interpretation of her, if I
My
may ask?
favorite,
Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
probably Twilight Princess. She looks she's pretty badass in Twilight Princess, and also let me say that Zelda is also Sheik, so you could kind of like put the two characters together. If you don't know who Sheik is, she's she's pretty much Zelda, but uh like a pretty crazy looking like ninja version of her.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh, she's they even have her as like a separate character in Smash Bros and stuff. But anyway, yeah, Princess Zelda, Sheik. I kind of combine the two together, but
Yeah, that's fair.
you could make them separate if you want. However, yeah, I think probably Twilight Princess is my favorite. I was gonna say though, I have not played Breath of the Wild yet, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that version is, because maybe that might end up being my favorite. But I don't know. For right now, probably Princess. Yeah,
I
I like the Twilight Princess Zelda.
I've never played any of the Legend of Zelda games. I know, crucify me, you monsters on the internet, but I was never a giant Nintendo guy growing up. But I'm more than willing to give it a go now.
Oh yeah, man. You should since you have a Switch, you should get the Breath of the Wild as well.
I will try at some point.
Yes.
Did anything else you want to add on there? I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I mean it's just again just one of the most iconic female video game characters of all time. There's many different interpretations of her, so she's not just like the same character all the time. Which that's pretty damn cool in its own thing. But yeah, I mean there's probably a version of her that you will enjoy because she's a really cool looking character. She's an elf, so she's got like little ears and stuff, like just like Link and everything. But yeah, she's cool, man. She's just an iconic, iconic character. But yeah, she's on my number 6.
Hell yeah, my number 6 is Liliana. This is another Dragon Age character. Liliana from Dragon Age, the whole series. She is what you call a bard. Which in the Dragon Age universe, I'm not going to spoil what a bard is because Daniel's going to play the game eventually. But suffice to say, they're badasses. She is very heavily involved also in the Chantry, almost the same as Cassandra Pentagast from my earlier pick. She had her own DLC for the original Dragon Age called Liliana's Song. She's a very interesting character. I feel like she becomes more of a badass as you play through the game and learn more about her. I'm trying to be very careful with spoilers. It's really hard. But yeah, she's like one of those redhead warriors that's a fucking badass. Very good with a bow. Big fan. Big fan of Liliana.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
When Daniel plays the game and he's like, Liliana's awesome. We're gonna nerd out on it probably on here for a good 30 minutes.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure we will. Yeah.
And then I'll go more in depth about why Liliana's so awesome.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was one of Josh's romance options as well in the Dragon Age games.
Maybe.
I just said it because I know you like them redheads.
It may be the only one I've ever romanced in like a Dragon Age that when she's an option.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
There's a couple options in the original Dragon Age, and I always pick Liliana. Oh Lord. Who do you got at number 5, man?
My number 5 option is Samus Aran from the Metroid series.
I almost put Samus on my list, but then I was like, I've never played Metroid, so it's not right.
Yeah, I thought that's fair. That's fair. I've played some of the older ones, but yeah, like I
played Smash though. Does that
yeah,
count?
she's in Smash. Yeah, I played like the Metroid Prime games is the ones that I've really have more history with playing. But yeah, man, she's cool, dude. She's got like a full body a full like body suit. It's like orange and red, and she's got like a hand cannon type deal. And then she's got like a Zero suit that she wears underneath that, and she's just a badass like fucking character, man. Like she's one of those that also like Majin jokes in the chat that she's a girl. Yeah, you wouldn't tell because she's wearing like a full fucking suit of armor, dude. But yeah, she's just a cool ass bounty hunter, man. Like she's out there just wrecking shop, man. And a lot of people have been waiting for the new game that's supposed to be coming out, and who knows when that's coming out. But they've been talking about it for years, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, Samus Aran from the Metroid series, an ex-soldier who became a bounty hunter. She's got a really cool, like, powered exoskeleton suit. Big ass cool hand cannon. Just, I mean, like really badass, dude. Like really fucking cool. And I mean, if they ever do like the remasters of these games on the Switch, dude, I would recommend you play at least the Prime ones, the Metroid Prime games, because those are fun. But yeah, she's another one of the more like iconic female characters in video game history. So I of course had to throw her in my list. Because I have, like I said, I've played at least the Metroid Prime games, and those are fun.
Cool.
Anyway, she takes up my number 5 slot. How
My
about you?
My number 5 is relevant, considering the remake just came out, which is Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 3.
Hey, we both have Resident Evil characters.
Hey, yeah, I put Jill on here because growing up playing Resident Evil 3, I just remember running around as her and out fucking running away from the fucking nemesis as he chased you fucking down. And trying to fight him off with machine guns and pistols, and mostly losing and getting slaughtered. But Jill Valentine's a badass stars operative. I mostly remember her from Resident Evil 3. I don't remember ever even playing. I don't think I even played the first Resident Evil. That much, but sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, she's a badass character from is a member of STARS. I think I said. Did I say that already?
Yeah, I believe.
Which is Special Tactics and Rescue Squad. She was in the first game, and she's in the third game, which I remember her the most from. And yeah, I just like her a lot. Whenever I think of Resident Evil, Jill Valentine's kind of like the person that pops in my mind. Probably because her last name's Valentine, which is a badass name for a last name.
Yeah, right. Pretty good name.
But yeah. All right, who do you have next, my friend?
My number 4, I believe, right? 4th slot.
Yes.
I have Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale series.
Oh, damn, that's a game I haven't really played.
Even though I have not played season 3 or 4 yet, just based off alone from season 1 and season 2, she is a really, really cool character that like kind of grows with the series. I need to play the other 2 installments, the 3rd and the 4th one, but I think based off the first two alone, I would throw her in my list. She's a really cool character who starts off as a little like a child, and she grows up, man. Like she's I believe in the fourth season. I haven't played it yet, obviously, like I just said, but she's like a teenager at that point, I think. Whereas in like the first season, she's like I don't know. I don't even know how old she is in the first game, but she's a youngin, and yeah, she just grows up with each season, and it's cool to see her progression, and all the relationships and just all the people she has to deal with in general. Like, like, do you trust this person? Do you trust that person? And she's been through a lot of shit, man. Like, if you ever played that first season, you're like, God damn, that's some crazy shit. But yeah, it's she's a really cool character. And I actually have been considering doing a replay of the first season since I have it on Steam. I originally played it on the PS3 when it came out, and then I was thinking about doing like a replay of it on Steam because they gave it away for like a while back. And yeah, I'll probably do a run of that on stream again. But yeah, she's my number 4. Again, my list is kind of like not really like ranked. It's just like, oh, this
Yeah.
one, they're in my list, so I just slotted them in, wherever basically. But yeah,
Mine's kind of the same. Not ranked.
Yeah, I had to throw Clementine in.
Awesome. Well, my number 4 is Liara Tassoni from Mass Effect.
There you go.
She is an Asari, which is like these blue-skinned badass aliens. That's an all-female species, I guess is the word. They have no like masculine.
An all-female race
Counterpart, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like have these natural. They kind of have like natural inborn abilities with biotics, which biotics are kind of like Mass Effect's version of, I guess, the Force almost kind of deal. Although not really fucking with your mind shit. More like I'm picking you up and throwing you. I'm picking you up and throwing you. Kind of shit and other stuff like that. She's awesome. She's when you first meet her for the first time, she's only 106, which makes her barely an adult in terms of her race or species, I should say. She starts off kind of like this meek, innocent, hasn't really seen much of the world kind of character, and she grows so much over the span of all of the Mass Effects that it's really interesting to see. Some shit happens, and she really changes throughout. It might be, in my opinion, one of the best written character growths I've ever seen in almost any kind of media. Seeing from where she starts to where she ends and all the shit that happens in between. It's really, truly awesome, an awesome thing to see. And I love her.
Cool.
And everybody needs to play Mass Effect and meet Liara. Daniel.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I could play 1 and 2, but I don't have. Kind of.
Also, Baba. When you watch this back. Who's next for you, man? That's number 3, right? I think.
Yeah, I have one of my favorite characters of all time here, which is Bastila Shan.
Hey,
Knights of the Old Republic.
Guess what? That's my number 3 too.
Oh shit! Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Hey!
Yeah.
Fucking air horns.
We did it. We hit it. Yoo.
We finally got one at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love Bastila, man.
I did too.
She's awesome, dude. She's really, really cool. A gifted female human Jedi during the Jedi Civil War. She was gifted with the exceptional gift, the Force power, battle meditation, which she was famous for. She could change the tide of the battle by doing that. She has her experiences with the temptations of the dark side and whatnot. She's a very, very cool character, man. Like having played the game, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Again, I don't really want to go too deep into it because there are some spoilers that you could talk about, but yeah, it's her relationship with the main character and uh with the whole Jedi Order and what's going on. She's a really really fucking cool ass character. She's got a dope ass double bladed yellow lightsaber. Um, and I think honestly, this is my opinion. They kind of based a little bit the character of Rey based off of Bastila.
Oh yeah.
I think they stole from Bastila a little bit. So just remember, Bastila was the OG, and Rey is the imposter. No, I'm kidding. I love Rey. I like Rey. I think she's cool. But Bastila will always be my number one. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag imposter.
Hashtag the Shan clan, Bastila Shan,
Shan
man.
clan.
The Shan clan. I'm out here, man.
All right.
Oh shit, I'll rep Bastila forever, man. She's the best, dude. Yeah.
Awesome.
But anyway, yeah, she's my number 3, man.
All right. That was my number 3 too. So do you want to just move into your number 2?
I mean, sure. If you don't have,
I don't have anything. Like
anything.
Daniel, like you summed it up, man. That's everything that's badass about Bastila. Like,
yeah, and obviously, I mean, there's more into it, but like you gotta play the game.
Yeah, you straight up. It's hard to talk about KOTOR sometimes because
I just don't want to get into like spoilers and stuff.
You never ever want to ruin that game for anybody.
No,
like, you want
KOTOR
them
is
to
a
play
game that you have to experience yourself. It's
absolutely.
It is honestly, it's one of my favorite Star Wars stories ever told. Like, and that includes even the movies. Like, I prefer the story of KOTOR over like probably most of the movies, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so good.
The story of KOTOR is incredible, man.
The characters
are
great.
Like, I understand if the gameplay and the graphics are maybe kind of tough for you to get into, for those of you out there who are thinking that. But dude, trust me, the story is one of the greatest fucking things ever, man. But anyway, I love that game. I love the character of Bastila, and we're gonna move on to our number 2, or my number 2, and then Josh is after. I have Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn in here. She is a bad lady.
I haven't completed the game, so I didn't put her on here. That's the only reason she's not on mine.
Yeah, I she's fucking cool, man. I love me some Aloy. I'm surprised you did, man. She's a redhead, dude. I'm like,
no, that's the only reason she's not on there, because I haven't completed the game yet, and I don't think it's fair.
I get you. Nah, she's cool, man. She's a really really dope ass character, and I'm really looking forward to the second Horizon Zero Dawn whenever that comes out. We talked about it, I think, last week, that they're doing like a comic or whatever. Yeah, give me a Horizon Zero Dawn 2 for the PS5 or whatever the fuck you're gonna do. I'll take it, man. Like, yeah, she's a really 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 cool character. You get to see her progression from being a child to a grown woman. And it's really cool, man, like seeing her story, and like she has this mentor character, who do you remember his name?
Oh shit, I don't actually.
The mentor character guy.
I don't.
I think his name was. Oh, no, it wasn't that guy. Rost.
Something like that. It starts with an R, right?
Yeah, it was Rost. Yeah, it was Rost. I remember now. It was Rost. So there's this cool mentor character named Ross, who kind of is like her like father figure growing up and stuff, and we get to see her, like, she has a lot of cool ass progression through the game, and it's really cool. She's voiced by Ashley Birch, who some of you may know. And yeah, man, Aloy is a badass bow and arrow wielding lady, taking down giant mechanical dinosaurs and shit, and she's cool, man. She's really really cool.
I like what I played of her. I just the only reason she's not on my list is because I did not complete the game yet. So
yeah, I love Aloy, so I definitely, she's for sure in mine, and yeah, dude, like she's fucking legit, dude, for sure.
All right, my number 2 is another character voiced by Jennifer Hale, who voiced Bastila Shan. It is female Shepard from Mass Effect. The female version of Commander Shepard. There's 2 versions. There's the male version and there's the female version. For anybody that wants to play that particular character, I did put the female version on here. uh, because uh, she became so popular that she took the center stage of all the advertising for. I think the third game. I can't remember if it was the other two games were like that, just because that was so long ago, and I don't remember the advertising for those. But I remember in the third game, they put her front and center on like the box and everything, and I know why. Because she's a fucking badass redhead warrior. All right. The first human Spectre. I mean, come on. She's a fucking soldier, a badass soldier. I can't talk about it a whole lot because I don't want to get into spoilers. Because I know Daniel's gonna play it at some point. But
I will. Yeah.
But you know she's a fucking badass.
All right. So I hear. I honestly like, and I'm glad you brought up Jennifer Hale because she's fucking badass herself.
Mm-hmm.
She voices many characters, and I can't believe I forgot to bring her up when I was talking about Bastila. Yeah, dude, Jennifer Hale deserves a lot of credit for bringing these characters to life because, obviously there's more to it than just her. There's like the animators and people who write it and all that stuff too. But she's a huge part to bringing these characters to life. So shout out to Jennifer Hale, man. We love you.
We do love you, Jeremy.
For bringing us these amazing characters.
I do want to clarify one thing. I said redhead warrior, but you can completely customize the character. I'm going based off the default character, which is a badass redhead warrior.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Fem Shep is your number 2. All right.
Yep.
There it is. This is it, man. Number 1.
Drum roll, yeah.
You got to play one last March
Here we go.
charge.
Who is your number 1 for?
Why don't you put her in charge?
All right.
My number 1. Again, I have another one of the most iconic characters of all time. I wonder if you can take a guess of who this is.
Oh Lord, dude, there's so many.
Think of the most iconic female characters in video games of all time. Take a wild guess at who it could be, because I think this is a pretty easy one. If you think about it, you'll figure it out. But I don't know.
Is it Princess Peach?
It is not.
Damn.
Although maybe she should get an honorable mention.
No, I don't know. Who is it? Who you got?
I have Lara Croft as my number 1.
Yeah.
The Tomb Raider herself. I had to throw her in here, man.
That's fair.
Yeah, she's one of the most iconic female characters of all time, dude.
She's on my honorable mentions.
I don't know if I would put her again. I don't know if she's like my true number 1. I just have her at number 1 on my list because I was writing them down as I was thinking of them.
Yeah.
But she's definitely in my top 10 somewhere. But yeah, man, Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider herself. You got to disregard the movies because they're not as good. Although to be fair, the Alicia Vikander version is pretty good. But we're not talking about the movie. We're talking about the games. And boy, is there a lot of fucking Tomb Raider games.
That's so true.
They even have spin-offs and stuff. But Lara Croft, the character, is a really, really cool. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, Nathan Drake is like a Indiana Jones, Lara Croft type thing. From Uncharted, and they're all kind of like, they're all like, archaeologists, like with guns and shit. They're cool, badass characters. But yeah, Lara Croft is one of the OGs. She's had many different interpretations. She's a British lady. But yeah, man, I think her first appearance was like in 90. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 96.
I don't remember. I just remember growing up that she's like everywhere, right? She's like the first main female character in a video game that I can remember.
Protagonist, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like that I remember growing up. The only reason she's not on my list is because I never played a lot of the Tomb Raiders.
No, I get you. Yeah.
But she was. I do think about her when I think of badass characters that should be in charge. I do think Lara Croft. That's why she's on my honorable mentions. But yeah, she's awesome. Lara Croft.
Yeah, for sure. I get you. Like I said, these are our own lists, so you're not gonna have people that you don't really have a whole lot of experience with, which is so true for me. But anyway, yeah, Lara Croft, legendary, iconic female character, had to put her in here somewhere. She only happens to be number one because again, I was making the list along the way, and I just she was like one of the first ones I thought of, but which is why she's at number one. But yeah,
Uh,
that's my top 10.
awesome. All right. My number one is a character that Daniel's already mentioned. I
Oh.
put Sadie Adler at number one. I put her at the top because
Yeah, I mean, she's a bad bitch in the
yeah,
best ways, though,
she
man.
is a bad bitch in the best ways. And the reason she's at number one is because
Best ways.
I think she's like the most recent badass. Why don't you put her in charge character from a video game I've seen in a while,
Yeah.
which was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep, came out 2 years ago, which is crazy to say at this, right
I
now.
know.
I remember that game like it was yesterday.
I like her story from where it starts to where it ends.
To where it ends. Yep.
Yeah.
It is like one of the best like fucking arc progression, character progressions, whatever you want to call it. And she's just she's the best, dude. Like,
I love me some Sadie.
I love Sadie Adler, man.
She's
that woman is
the
bad
best.
ass, dude.
The absolute best. Probably one of the
Badass.
most super strong character.
One of my favorite characters in the Dutch Vanderlyn gang.
Yeah.
Man. She is legit, dude.
He's
so legit.
awesome.
And shout out to Alex McKenna, who was the voice actress.
Yeah.
She killed it.
Absolutely did. There's my top 10, y'all. There's the list. All right. Do you have anything you want to add, Daniel? Do you have any honorable mentions you want to throw in? I
have some honorable mentions. I want to throw in Ellie from The Last of Us as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
I want to throw in Princess Peach from the Mario games.
That's on mine.
And I want to throw in, here's one that many people may not think about, but I really like this game. I really love this game.
Genuinely curious.
Valiant Hearts: The Great War. There is a female character called Anna in there. And I don't know, just that game, man. It is a really like it's basically like it's all story. Like the gameplay is like, it's not like the best or anything, but well, that's not fair though. The Valiant Hearts is a what's the best way to describe this game? It's not like it's kind of like a puzzle adventure game basically. So there's like it's not like you're not playing like a Tomb Raider or you're not playing like a Red Dead, It's a side scroller basically. Valiant Hearts is a side scroll. But the character of Anna is really, really cool. Her story is legit. I mean, the entire story of the game is awesome, but if you haven't played Valiant Hearts, check that out. I fucking love that game, dude. And I'm not like really normally into those kind of games, but I really like the story to that one. Just it was great, man. I had one hell of a time playing it.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm sure you have some
I have like 3, and there'd probably be more if I'd put more thought into it, but I have Mona Sachs from the Max Payne series. Specifically the first and second game, so Max Payne. She's a badass hit woman for the mob, I think, in the first game. I can't remember exactly. I think that's how she starts out. It's been a long time since I played them. She's just a fucking badass with a pistol. Lara Croft was on my honorable mentions, but she was high up on Daniel's list.
Well, I mean, again, it's just because this is the order of how I remember.
Yeah.
My list isn't really like she's number 1 or she's number 5.
Yeah.
It's just how I was like remembering it and like throwing them in there,
And then one I have is from the Jedi Knight series. I have Jan Ors on here.
Oh yeah, Jan Ors. She's cool.
I was thinking, I remember her from playing like fucking the original
Kyle Katarn's right-hand lady.
Yeah, pretty much. And I thought she deserves to be on this list, just because I remember her from my childhood. And if your character makes an impression on you when you're young and you still remember it all these years later, yeah, she should probably be on that list somewhere, even if it's an honorable mention. So
yeah, man, she's cool. Jan's awesome.
So there it is, gang. That's our
Why'd you put her in charge?
Game listing. Sorry, I was playing the soundbite again because I love it so much.
Hey, that's what it's for, dude.
Damn. All right, man.
But there it is, man. Those are our lists with a couple honorable mentions. hope you guys, enjoyed this episode. Let us know what your lists are. I'm very curious to see what your guys' lists are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's cool, like, finding out and discovering certain characters that you may not know about.
Exactly.
That maybe you'll probably play in the future and whatnots. But yeah, that's my list. That's Josh's list. To do a little quick recap, here are our lists. Number 10 for me, we're gonna go through mine first. Number 10, I have Yennefer, Triss, Marigold, and Ciri from The Witcher 3. Number 9, Shiva Olimar from the Resident Evil 5. Mitra Surik, aka the Jedi Exile from Knights of the Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2. Sadie Adler at number 7 from Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 6, Princess Zelda from the Legends of Zelda series. Number 5, Samus Aran from the Metroid series. Number 4, Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale game series. Number 3, Bastila Shan from Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Number 2, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. And number 1, Lara Croft from the Tomb Raider series. That's my list.
All right.
And Josh's top 10 is at number 10, Sonya Blade from why am I blanking out? Fucking
Mortal Kombat.
from Mortal Kombat. Jesus Christ. I almost said Soul Calibur. What the fuck is wrong with me, man?
From oh god, what's that old fucking fighting game where they have dinosaurs? You remember that one?
We have dinosaurs.
Yeah, Primal something.
Oh shit, dude.
Is it Primal Rage?
Maybe?
I think it
I
is.
don't know.
It is Primal Rage. Do you not remember this game? Oh god. No, look, keep on with the list and we'll talk about it at the end.
Anyway. Number 10 for Josh, Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. Number 9, Jaina Proudmoore from Warcraft, the Warcraft series. Number 8, Ciri from The Witcher 3. Number 7, Cassandra Pentagast from Dragon Age. Number 6, Liliana from Dragon Age as well. Number 5, Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 3. Number 4, Liara Tassoni from Mass Effect. Number 3, Bastila Shan from Knights of the Republic. Number 2, female shepherd from the Mass Effect series. And number 1, baddest bitch in all the land, Sadie Adler, yeehaw, from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mrs. Adler,
Mrs. Adler.
could you kindly cut that man's throat, please?
So good, dude. She's so good.
Oh god, she is.
Anyway, that's our list, everybody. Let us know what yours is. Tweet it at Josh or myself on Twitter. Or you can post it on my Discord server. I have a channel for the Clockwork Cantina. You guys can post them in there.
Mhm.
Let us know, man. Who are some of your favorite female protagonists in all video games? Again, we may not have some of your favorites in here because we just haven't played the games. But if you have, then let us know.
Please be
Let
nice.
us know. And yeah, that's it's pretty much it, my friends. That'll.
Yeah.
I think that'll do it. Unless you have anything else.
Nah, man,
Josh?
I'm good, brother. You ready to do our shout outs then?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do our shout outs here.
Let's do it, eh?
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on the episode 32 of the Clockwork Cantina podcast, the leading ladies of gaming edition. And yeah, we'll be back again next week where we'll be talking about some of our favorite mods in video games. So stay tuned for that. I recently got XCOM 2, like I mentioned earlier in the show. So I'm going to be deep diving into that and see what kind of the madness of XCOM 2 modding is like.
You can't say it, but I'm shaking my head yes right now.
He sure is. Yeah, he is. I can confirm. But yeah, we'll be doing that next week. Stay tuned for that. On stream, I'm gonna be playing XCOM 2 coming up. If you want to stop by and become a character in the Dan Clan army, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be doing an entire stream dedicated to just creating characters. So if you want to be made into a soldier, stop on by, and you too will join the army. What else is coming up? Oh, in terms of stream stuff, also I recently updated my merch shop. So if you want to support your boy and also rep out there in them. Well, I guess you can't really rep out in there in them streets right now, but you know, if you want to be able to have a shirt so you can rep out there in the streets in the future, uh you could do that. You know,
That was too good.
I was just like, wait a minute, we can't go outside right now. No, but yeah, I updated the merch shop. Check that out. There's some pretty cool options in there. You know, we just out here, you know, trying to obtain this grain. But anyway,
we need to put that on a shirt.
I did. I have that.
You
it's
did
in,
you?
It's in my merch shop. Yes.
Awesome.
It's in my merch. I haven't obtained this grain.
I gotta
t-shirt in
go
my
buy
merch
that
shop.
shirt. I gotta go buy it.
Check it out. I have that in there. I have a We Out Here shirt. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Check it out. I recently updated it. Yeah, shout out to Stream Elements for that. And hopefully we'll be doing some D&D soon because I miss it. I want to play some D&D.
I think we're gonna try to play tomorrow.
Oh yeah!
I need to send out a alert to everybody.
All right. Anyway, so shout out. Stay tuned for that. And then yeah, I mean, look, after this, Josh is gonna be doing some Mountain Blade Bannerlord. So you know, keep an eye out for that. Support your boy.
Damn right.
But that's it for me, everybody. You know, XCOM 2's coming up. Probably some more Animal Crossing. We'll see here and there what we're gonna be doing. Yeah, shout out to everybody for hanging out, for watching the videos on YouTubes and watching live. We appreciate you. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.
Howdy, gang. Appreciate you all stopping by for Clockwork Cantina, episode 32.
Why don't you put her in charge?
Video game edition. Coming up on the channel, I'm gonna go and eat and come right back. So maybe 30-ish minutes. I have food waiting for me. And then we're gonna start playing some Mountain Blade Bannerlord. We're gonna get the Burger Brigade together and try to conquer the world one princess at a time. Tomorrow we have D&D, or I'm gonna try to get D&D together if we can. At 6 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel as Frozen Decimation returns. Coming up, I have another week off from work, so expect more streams. If we're having a lot of fun with Mountain Blade, we'll continue that. And probably some more 7 days, and who knows what else will come along. Appreciate all your love and support. Take care of each other. Wash your hands, wash your butt, do everything, all the stuffs. And yeah, thank you guys for your support. Make sure to tweet your lists at us or put them in the Clockwork Cantina Discord channel on Daniel's server and let us know who your favorite female characters are. And until then, we'll see you next Saturday or tomorrow if you're here for D&D. Bye-bye, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.